This is One-on-One.
Join us, come and waste an hour or two. We got magic to do, just for you. We got miracle days to play. We got hearts to perform, hearts to warm, as we go along our way.
How great was that? It's from Pippin.
Yeah.
There she is right there.
Yeah.
Can I introduce you?
Yes, please.
Charlotte
please.
D'Amboise, who is an actress in Pippin. She plays
Festrada.
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 And Festrada, let's set that up. Who is Festrada?
Festrada is the queen.
Right.
My husband plays the king.
No, your real husband plays the king.
Yes, my real husband plays the king, which is really
Kinda
quite
wild.
fun. Yes, quite fun. And we're like the king and the queen of this kind of fable in this group of players. So that's what I play. And she's just a manipulative, sort of crazy, fun character to play. And not a nice person. All she cares about is her son becoming king, and that's about it. And killing anybody that gets in the way.
And there's the king.
And there's the king. Oh my God, there he is.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it's fun.
And the Pippin story, by the way, 40 years ago, 40 years ago
Yes.
on Broadway, right?
Yeah, on Broadway. I know.
What an amazing story.
I know, it is, and I'm surprised they actually haven't revived it sooner, to tell you the truth, because it's always been a thing kids have grown up with and done it in high schools, and I did it in high school.
You did?
Yeah.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in New York City.
You
Actually,
did?
about 10 blocks from where we are right now.
10
71st
blocks
Street.
from
71st Street, right
You're
here.
kidding.
Yeah, I grew up here at Juilliard. I went to ballet school in this Juilliard.
We just actually had the president of Juilliard right here the other day.
There you go. Yeah.
So you're a part of this
I'm
whole...
so part of it. Yeah, this is my home. This is where I grew up completely. Yeah.
So therefore, being in this play at this
Yeah.
time right here for you means?
Well, it means a lot because, as I said, it was my high school. I did it at collegiate high school, actually the all-boys school. So I was like, recruited.
Okay.
Recruited, and
That would explain it.
Yeah, yeah, and so I have really fond memories of it, and all the songs mean something to me. And also growing up watching the commercial on television because it was on Broadway at the time when I was a kid, of the Manson Trio, and I'll never forget that commercial. Wanting to see that show, so it does. I was brought up with it, and it's so great to come back to it because I just remember when they started playing that music, and every song you're like, oh my God, that song. Oh yes, that song. Oh, such a great score.
And the story behind Pippin, for those who do not know.
What is the story about?
Yeah, basic story about it.
Basically, well, it's hard to explain, but ultimately it's this group of players that are that go around, that work in, it's a circus group. And they all tell this story about a boy trying to find himself, and they tell it in the Charlemagne time, and they all play characters, but ultimately it's about a young teenager or boy finding out what he wants out of life and what is the
Fame and stardom or something.
Something more. So it's like, what does it mean to be extraordinary? That's pretty much the question. What does that mean? Does that mean, being a fantastic dancer, being a performer, doing flips, jumping off a building,
Right.
burning up in fire? What does it mean to be extraordinary? It may mean just being married and having children. What is the definition of that? And
By the way,
that's
you
sort
do
of
all that.
I kind of do all that.
I just realized that you're married because your husband's in there with you. You have 2 kids, right?
I have 2 kids.
And your kids have seen Pippin how many times?
13, did I say 13?
And this is not mandatory in your family. They just come because they want to.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
They do. They see everything. I want them to see as much theater as possible. I mean, gosh, we live in New York City.
And you do all that. And by the way, when you grew up here,
Yeah.
when did you know that you wanted to do this?
Probably like 8 years old.
That young?
Yeah.
You knew
9, 8, 9. Yeah, I danced. I was at the School of American Ballet here in this building. It's at Juilliard, right over there.
Really?
Yeah, so I'd started ballet very young, and I was doing the Nutcracker Suite and all that stuff at Lincoln Center. And so I was exposed to that.
In the family, too?
My father was a principal dancer with New York City Ballet. So I was exposed with artists and dancers, but I always wanted to sing and act. Like I always did. I was always listening to old movies and Judy Garland and Barbra Streisand and all this. I just wanted to be, I wanted more than just dancing. So I knew very young and had a goal my whole life.
By the way, before I ask you about this other initiative that you and your husband are involved in, which is the Triple Arts Program.
Yes.
Before we do that, Any costume changes in this?
Oh, just a few, just a few, just a few. You know, we did this show in Cambridge before, and I didn't. I just did a dance number, and then they were like, "Let's try." You know, Strada needs to do something in the circus. She needs to. My husband throws knives, and he does.
Of course.
And he throws knives at me, and that's always fun.
Of course.
But for me, so they wanted to. We needed to find something. So I'm the costume changing act. So yeah.
How many?
Actually, I think I only do. Well, there's kind of three. There's sort of three quick. And then some couple really quick ones. There was 5 at one point, but we cut those. It got in the way of the dance. It was a little too much, but they're amazing, the costume changes.
That's
it's
wild.
amazing what they do.
Tell me about the Triple Arts
Triple Arts.
program.
Triple Arts is a program that my husband and I put together a few years ago, where we teach children, kids, teenagers to college kids, acting, singing, and dancing. And all three. So they're learning steps, they're learning songs, they're learning dialogue within a 2-week period. We do about 10 to 15 production numbers so that all the kids could be featured. And ultimately, it's because, you know, as a kid, I danced mostly, and I always felt that I never sang enough and I never acted enough, and I wasn't exposed to it. And this 2-week program, everybody does everything. Even if you can't sing, even if you can't dance, by the end of the program, you're dancing, you're singing, you're acting, and hopefully they come out of it feeling better and feeling that they can conquer anything, do anything, be whatever they want, and have confidence. So it's a fun program. My husband
What's it
and I
like
love
for you?
For me,
What's it like for you to see them grow like that?
I love it because, you know, these kids come and we have such passion about the business, and it's taught by my husband and I and Broadway people that are in the business, that are performing on Broadway right now. So we just try to give them everything we can and show them what it's like. And to me, it fulfills me because I feel like we have a lot to teach, and to see them grow and to see them come out of a kid that just has never done a dance step, and then by the end is doing, you know, 5, 6 production numbers, and they are surprised. You know, they walk out of there like, wow, I can't believe it. Or kids that never thought they could act, or doing scenes, and they realize, and they take paths or differently, or they don't, or they become a doctor or a lawyer. But what is better than acting and singing and dancing? Literally, what is better?
Gives you tremendous confidence, too.
It does, and also it just uses every part of your body. You know, you're using your brain, you're using creativity, you're using your physical, and so the amount that you get done in one day and learning, I just think it's the best thing for kids. I put my kids, even though they're too young for it, but I throw them in it anyway. I'm like, you guys do this, do this.
And they love it.
They love it.
Can we plug where Pippin is?
It's on Broadway. It's at the Music Box Theater on 45th Street.
The Music Box Theater.
Music Box.
Box Theater where?
On 45th Street. It's literally I don't want to say the best show on Broadway, but one of the best.
Say it!
The best show on Broadway. I'm very proud of the show.
Obviously.
I really, really am.
And plug your husband again.
Oh, his name is Terrence Mann, and he's gorgeous, and he's sexy, and he is...
You don't have to go into detail. I just said plug him.
He's fantastic. And he's my husband for 25 years.
And how much do you love public television?
Love public television.
Why don't you plug a little bit, huh?
Oh, my God. No, this program, I watch it every night.
WNET, you love it? Channel 13?
I love Channel 13, fantastic.
All right.
Yeah, I'm constantly watching.
On cue, you're supposed to plug when I ask you. Charlotte D'Amboise.
Yes.
Actress in Pippin, plays Festrada.
That's right.
You're terrific. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll be back right after this.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating 25 years of broadcast excellence in partnership with St. Joseph's Healthcare System. Funding has been provided by Hackensack University Health Network, NJ Best, New Jersey's 529 College Savings Plan, TD Bank, Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, New Jersey Manufacturers Insurance Group, Cone Resnick, and by PSE&G. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been made possible in part by Celgene.